There are two valedictorians this ceremony. The first valedictorian is Mr. Yuen, who graduated with the degree of Bachelor of Science with honors, highest distinction. He is the winner of the Venerable Dr. D.D. Shelier Gold Medal. The second valedictorian is Dr. Tan Peng Kian, who graduated with the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Mr. Yuen will deliver his speech first.
Good morning, Ms. Sheung, NUS Trustee, Mr. Eric Sandosham, Founder and Partner, Red and White Consulting Partners, distinguished guests, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very honored to be standing here today to deliver this speech on behalf of the graduating class of 2016. On behalf of all graduates, let me first thank our families and loved ones who are here today. They have supported our decisions to pursue an education here, even though they know that we will have less time for them. I would also like to especially mention my parents and my sister, who have flown thousands of kilometers to be here today. Without their support, I would not be standing here on stage today. Fellow graduates, we have successfully completed this long and arduous journey. Whether we have graduated with a degree in mathematics, physics, or quantitative finance, the road here was not easy. We remember the days when we had our first 8 a.m. lectures, and oh boy, it was just not easy to stay awake while absorbing abstract concepts from the lecturers. But soon we grew comfortable with the system, and many of us found ways out of the predicament. We learned that we could skip the lectures and watch the webcast when we were less tired. And of course, some of us will only watch the webcast days before the examinations. We learned not to sign up for 8 a.m. classes in the future. We remember the days when we first started our final year projects, and we did not know what to expect or what is expected of us. We would spend hours and hours in the lab, thinking whether we were even on the right track. And for the few of us lucky ones, lab simply means computer lab. But soon we grew comfortable with our projects. And we were also comforted by the fact that none of our course mates could criticize our projects because they did not know what we were doing. We remember our lecturers and tutors, the ones who have dedicated the time to coach us in the modules. They have inspired us in the subjects and have made learning so much easier. And soon we grew comfortable with them, and we were comforted by the fact that they were always available outside lesson time for us to clarify our doubts. We grew comfortable with their lecture notes and tutorial worksheets because they all had the same font. In fact, as a tribute to the mathematics education that I've received, I've also typed my script in LaTeX. We remember the days preparing for the examinations. The pressure of doing well was there, and we had no choice but to force ourselves to understand the content enough to clear the examinations. Sometimes even having to pray to the bell curve God out of desperation, hoping that we will at least end up with a decent grade. But soon we grew comfortable with it. We learned how to squeeze our entire textbooks into our 2-page cheat sheets. We knew that our peers were also going through this journey with us. Without our peers, we would certainly have struggled even more, and the journey would certainly have been much more difficult. We remember how we had struggled to understand how course worked, and once we did, how we would strategize our limited bit points for each module. We would be so stressed if we could not get the modules we wanted, because it would mean that we might delay graduation, or had to choose a module which we do not like, or had to choose one which had 8 a.m. classes. But soon we grew comfortable with the appeal system, as we could beg the administrative staff incessantly to allow us to take certain modules. We should be grateful that we have a team of dedicated administrative staff who were willing to attend to our requests, not just for course bidding, but for other administrative work like SCP applications. In particular, I'm very touched by this administrative staff, Ms. Chia Pei-Wen, who stayed beyond her working hours just to personally explain to me about my modules. Her selfless actions indicated that the administrative office does not just look at each of us students as a statistic, but as an individual whom they are willing to give personal advice to. We will miss the canteen food and the people who have served us, including the noodle store uncle who will ask us $2 or $2.30, the drink store uncle who can count money faster than us, putting all the quantitative finance majors to shame, and the Western store holder who will shout, "Next, next, next," collecting orders for many people down the line. I'm pleased to inform you that these stores are still open today in the new air-conditioned science canteen until early afternoon. So for those who would like to skip the buffet lunch outside this hall, you may choose to eat there. But as much as we are used to the comforts of our school, we cannot choose to stay here forever. Our journey here has finally ended. The experiences we've had will become memories, and they will become our knowledge as we prepare ourselves for what is coming ahead of us. Every one of us will be living very different lives from each other, but I'm sure that the road ahead will be exciting. We will all be unsure of the challenges that we will be facing, but just like how we have managed to overcome the difficulties we faced in NUS, I'm sure that we will similarly know how to persevere when we meet adversities. As we start this new journey together, let me share with you 2 key ideas which I have centered my life around. Firstly, spend time with people who are important to you. As we embark on our next phase in life, we will inevitably be tied down with many other responsibilities. We will be focusing on building our careers, for example. But let us not forget to make time for our loved ones, our friends and families. No doubt some of us will have different priorities in life, but do spend some time with people who matter. They will be the ones who will be there with you when you meet setbacks in life. Secondly, pursue your passions. Identify what you really want to do and have a plan to do it. It could be a hobby, then have a plan to pursue it regularly. It could be furthering your studies, then fix a time in the future to pursue it. Do not be bogged down by work such that you neglect your personal development. There's more to life than just work. With that, let us move on from here and be excited about our future. I would like to congratulate all of you for graduating, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.